Hello, it's Catherine, and today I want to share a very special experience that I had back in 2014, actually, but it was very meaningful and continues to influence me. So, this was the time that I met Yogananda in a lucid dream. What happened was I became lucid while walking through a neighborhood at night, and I wanted to do mantra practice. So I was trying to think of a mantra, and what came to mind was Paramahansa Yogananda. So I started repeating that over and over, Paramahansa Yogananda, as if it were a mantra. But of course, it's not a mantra, it's the name of someone. It's the name of this person, Yogananda, who is famous for bringing the teachings of yoga to the West. I realized this in the dream. So I decided to switch gears and I invited Yogananda to come and meet with me. And it worked. He came out of one of the houses and he spoke with me. I asked him for guidance, and let's see, I have it exactly what he said to me. He said, "Wait for the prayer to come to you. The best time is 3 o'clock when the commuters are still out of town." And I knew, I had some understanding that he was talking about meditation, that 3 o'clock was a good time for me to meditate. So that was pretty much it. I woke up and wrote it down to make sure I remember this. And the next day at 3 p.m., I tried meditating and nothing really special happened. And I tried this a few more times. 3 p.m. meditation. It didn't even really make sense that the commuters wouldn't be in town at 3 p.m. And the experience wasn't very strong. But fortunately, I brought the experience up later. I was in grad school at this time. I brought it up with one of my professors who's a theosophist and who is very interested in these matters. And he pointed out to me that 3 a.m. is actually, according to his teacher, an important time for meditation in India. So he suggested that maybe I had misinterpreted the message and to try meditating at 3 a.m. instead. So I started doing this, and lots of really sort of magical things started to happen when I did that. First of all, I would just wake up at 3 a.m. spontaneously, repeatedly. This happened so many times, just to go to the bathroom or to get some water or something, and I look at the clock and it's like exactly 3 a.m. So that was one sign that I was on to something. Um, the first time that I ever did it, I'll say that, just sitting there at 3 o'clock in the morning in the blackness of night, it was scary to me. I felt like I was going to open my eyes and see someone there or something like that. Like it felt really thick with presence. But the first time I did it, I got back in bed and my husband woke up and he said, "Are you burning incense?" And I'm like, "No." But I knew this was something special because I had just recently read that, sometimes when a master is with you, in spirit, that you can smell something, like maybe you'll smell sandalwood or rose or something like this. So that felt very special, like I had been visited or something like this in my experience, even though I had no awareness that there was any presence there with me. Okay, and then one of the wildest experiences was another time I had woken up to meditate at 3 o'clock in the morning. I went back to sleep, and I had a dream. First, I had a dream about the apocalypse of St. John. There was it's hazy. My memory of this was hazy, but there was a lamb and there was a baby and there was some sort of ascension, and it was like a very, kind of elaborate ritual that I was witnessing being performed as if in theater, some kind of religious theater. And then from there, it shifted. I was lucid. I was aware of being in my body. I guess my astral body is really a better way to say it. And I noticed that my hands were full of this bright blue-white light. and my instinct was to turn them toward my body. And immediately when I did this, I felt blasted with energy, and I woke up because my bed literally broke. And my husband was the one that bore the brunt of that by falling through in the middle of the night. This, now I look back on it, and it's clear to me that this is one of the stronger early experiences I had, showing me that I have the spiritual healing ability that I'd like to talk more about in future videos. So yeah, that's it. That's the experience of meeting Yogananda in my dream. It sticks with me still, and I've talked about it before. When you're lucid in a dream, you don't have control. There's, your level of lucidity is impacted, and there's other forces at work. Why, when I was trying to say a mantra, did I say Yogananda's name instead? I think it was meant to happen. Um, I'm not sure how or why, but it feels like that was an important sort of formative spiritual experience for me. And now I'm working more and more with the Ascended Masters, who at the time I didn't really give much thought to at all. So more on that later perhaps as well. Thank you for viewing, and I'll see you next week.